So today I will be explaining why a PC is better than consoles. So the first argument is PCs perform a multitude of tasks rather than just gaming, which consoles are strictly just built for. And this can be shown because PCs can be used for creating PowerPoints, creating various forms of media, while consoles are strictly built just for like the idea of gaming. And and the next argument is building a PC, of course, teaches the person who's building it different forms of like the hardware that they're putting in, as opposed to a console, which you just get it and it's in a box, you take it out, and that's what you have. While a PC, you can spend time putting together the components and using this knowledge to, when you have to later put together your PC again, if like anything happens and you have multiple components that you need to switch out, well, now you can know how to do that because you've done it before. And so another argument is PCs have a larger selection of games. So you have different services like Steam, you have Origin. All these are game companies that you can use to purchase games and to play games. While on Xbox or PS4, you just have like their marketplace, which is very limited in the selection. So this could be a good thing if you just have a couple of games that you want to play on the console. But if you want to actually be really into gaming and play multitudes of games, then PC would be your best bet. So, of course, a counter argument could be that consoles are just cheaper at the beginning, but as time goes on and as you're playing more and more, this could actually be the opposite way around, that PC is the cheaper way, because with console you have to pay for online services, and that could range you from $12 all the way up to $60, which to any sane person that would be unreasonable just to play online. While PC, it comes pre-built, all you have to do is pay for internet, and that's a factor that you'd have to pay with having a console or having a PC. And as time goes on, parts are cheaper in a PC than they are on a console. So console, you can't modify the system or it'll cause some internal thing to malfunction, while in a PC, if you buy the components, then you could easily just change them out. It's not as hard than just buying a new console and paying $400 as opposed to, on the high price of a computer component, probably $200. So it ultimately works out at the end. Now, if you do want to play a game on a computer, well, a game on a console that's not available on a computer, you can easily just download a emulator, which essentially is a console, it runs as a console, and you can play games on the console but on the computer, which of course sometimes it gets kind of fuzzy on whether that's legal, but that's another argument. But it's kind of works out at the end if you do want to play a console game but you're limited to a PC. Now, that's why a PC is better than a console. Have I changed anyone's mind who is a console player, or? Sir.
Okay, so with a console, you can just let's say you're tired and you come home from work or school or whatever, and you just want to sit on the couch or lay in your bed and play a game. You can do that with a console, but with a PC, I mean, technically you could do that, but you'd have to hook your PC up to your TV and then set up the controller with the computer and all that. If you have a console, you can literally just turn on the console and sit on your couch and just play it. And then also, you talked about the games, how PC has a more variety of games, but Xbox and PS4, they both each individually have exclusive games that you can't get on a PC. And then you mentioned the emulator, but at the same time, I mean, Xbox and PS4, they're also like meant for little kids, while PC is kind of meant for older, more adolescent. So
I do see your point there, but it would probably work out in the long run to teach the younger generation and the littler kids how to build these PCs and how to operate them, because of course it is built, a console is built for strictly user interface and like ease of access, but if you know how to use a PC, it could help you later on, because most of the stuff, we're kind of getting into a technical age where knowing how to use a PC is important, and knowing these skills early on can actually help you in the long run. So, any other questions? Okay, thank you for your time.